Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a very good morning. As I'm starting this live stream, the time right now is 12:54 a.m. and this is January the 29th of 2026. My friends, I'm going to talk about leadership at the very beginning of this live stream. Let me start by talking about leadership. Okay, I think we all have our unique understanding of what leadership means, what a true leader is like. You can read books, you can read columns, essays written by different authors, different experts. They'll talk about leadership in politics, leadership in education, leadership in the military, leadership in various different fields, right? My friends, I will keep things simple, and I'm just going to tell you that a true leader looks at the past. Absolutely. You have to look at the past. If you want to be a true leader in whatever field, you have to look at the past. For example, if you want to be a leader in science, in the field of science, you have to understand the history of science. You have to understand innovation as it happened over the ages, over thousands of years, hundreds of years, decades. I mean, how did we get to building a computer, right? It did not happen all of a sudden. You have to track the history of scientific innovation. And then you'll be able to see the trajectory that led us to this day that now we have computers used to be big. Now they are small, portable laptops. So the same is true for everything. Okay? In medical science, how did we come up with anesthesia? When was the first surgery done? Everything. Like even putting together the stitches. Who came up with the idea? How did that innovation come to be? I mean, so if you want to be a true leader in whatever field, you have to look at the past. You have to understand the past in order to understand the present. And same in politics. Same in politics, you know. In political science, we read about the philosophers of the past. We read about ancient philosophers. We read about pre-Socratic philosophers, you know, philosophers before Socrates. We study the history of, you know, politics and political theory in different parts of the world, and it helps you understand where we stand today. So my friends, a true leader must look at the past. A true leader must learn from the past. What mistakes were made, what correct decisions were made. You got to study the past. And then a true leader must solve problems at present. And that's why you have to understand the past, so that you can solve the problem that's right in front of you. And then, my friends, it's not just about the past, it's not just about the present. A true leader must think about the future. Do you agree with me? Let me know if you agree with me, my friends. So great to see you all. I see Kay Cooper here from Texas. I see Evelyn from Nevada. I see Lawrence. I see Frank from Florida. And I know that more and more friends will be tuning in as we move forward. So just make sure you like this video, share this video, and stay connected. Share your thoughts with me and subscribe if you have not done so already. That's for the new people who are watching. Subscribe, my friends. So, what did I just say? A true leader must look at the past. A true leader must learn from the past. A true leader must solve problems, address issues at present. And a true leader must also think about the future. And the future, I mean, it's pretty open-ended. Like, what do I mean by future? That's a fair question you can ask me. You can ask me, Tausif, what do you mean by future? Is it the next few months, the next 1 year, 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road? No. I'm talking about the long term. I'm talking about 10, 20, 30, 50 years down the road, maybe more. A true leader will have a vision for the future. A true leader will think about the long term. Okay? A true leader is going to think, in politics, a true leader is going to think beyond the term in office. A president has a 4-year term, limited to 2 terms of 8 years. Other elected officials, depending on if you're talking about the House or the Senate, will have different number of years in a given term. But a true leader must think beyond the term in office, about the future. My friends, President Trump is a true leader. That's right. He's a great leader. President Trump has a vision for the future. President Trump thinks about the long term, beyond his term in office. He thinks about 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road. And President Trump, the reason I'm talking about this today, because President Trump has introduced the Trump accounts. That's right, we are going to be talking about the Trump accounts, because this is a president who thinks about the future, the long term. My friends, this is not the first time that I'm thinking about this topic. Trump accounts. In fact, it was last month in December. In fact, I can give you the exact date. December 7th of 2025. Okay? I wrote about this. It's documented on my blog. I'm not making it up. Anyone here who doesn't like me might say, "Oh, Tausif, no, you didn't write about it. No, you did not. It's a false claim. You did not write about it." But you know what? I can prove it. You go to my blog. You go to tausifanam.net. That's where you'll find my blog, and you can see December 7th of 2025, timestamped. I published a blog post on the issue of Trump accounts, and I kept the title very simple. Very simple, nothing fancy. Very simple title. I just wrote, "Here's why the Trump accounts are a great idea." I mean, I'm not raising the question if the Trump accounts are a great idea or not. No. Common sense will tell you that the Trump accounts are a great idea. Given that I'm discussing why the Trump accounts are a great idea. What are the reasons for this claim that the Trump accounts are a great idea? My friends, the new Trump accounts, as I wrote in my blog post, which you can go read, I wrote, the new Trump accounts for children are a creative way to ensure that the children of today will have basic financial protection when they become adults. That's right. That's right. Many children, once again, I wrote this in my blog post, which you can go read. I wrote that many children in the United States are living in poverty, which is extremely sad. It's something that needs to change. Why are so many children living in poverty? Things are getting better now. But things were really bad when Joe Biden was in office. There were children living in poverty. There were seniors living in poverty. There were veterans, military veterans who were on the streets in need of financial help, in need of medical help, medical treatment. But they were not getting the resources that they were in desperate need of. That happened during Joe Biden. Things were so bad. Many senior citizens, not just people in their 60s, but 70s, 80s, people were starving. People were hungry. People did not have food security in America when Joe Biden was in office. Such bad was that period of 4 years of Joe Biden. My friends, still, we have a lot of problems that we have to address. We have to repair the damage done by the Biden administration, and we have to solve the issues, make life better for everybody, including the children. So the children who are living in poverty, what happens to them? They grow up witnessing homelessness. They grow up witnessing food insecurity. They grow up experiencing lack of access to healthcare services. When these children become adults, they struggle to find ways. They struggle to find ways to establish a sound and decent and productive life. They struggle to establish a meaningful career, my friends. If children grow up in poverty, they struggle. Those who are from financially well-off families, those children have a lot of advantages, They have a roof over their head. They have electricity. They have heat. They get good food. They get prompt medical attention when in need. They go to good schools. They can afford, the parents can afford the basic needs for the children, whether it's a school bag, whether it's, different necessities in the educational journey. The parents can afford to send the kids to guitar lessons, piano lessons, and soccer, playing soccer, sports, learning sports, playing sports, different activities that help the children develop skills. So children who are raised in families that are financially sound, they have many advantages, but what about the children living in poverty, my friends? They fall behind. So what President Trump wants to do, understand this. It's very simple. What President Trump wants to do is to ensure that there's financial protection for all children. All children. This is a president who thinks about everybody. He's representing everybody, every American. And so, who are these children? These children, the children today, are the next generation. They are the adults of the future. So President Trump wants to make sure that the children have support, that the children have financial protection so that when they become adults, they can pursue a meaningful life, establish a career, and be productive citizens in society. My friends, there are many reasons why the Trump accounts are a great idea. The Trump accounts, as I wrote in my blog post, the Trump accounts are a way to make America great again, greater than ever before. Do you agree with me? If you do, my friends, let me know in the live chat. Also, don't forget to like this video. I got a lot more to talk about. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. Whenever I pause for a second to remind everyone to subscribe, some of you may think, oh, okay, that's it. The video is over. That's all Tassif has to say. Is he going to say, all right, good night, bye-bye? No. I got more to talk about. But I want to remind you that it's important that you become a part of this community where we discuss social and political issues, both domestic and international. Subscribe and stay connected, my friends. It is important. So, let's continue with our discussion. President Trump wants to provide financial protection for all children. And we understand that the biggest feature of life, human life, is uncertainty. No matter how strong you are, no matter how wealthy you are, no matter how educated you are, there's always uncertainty about everything in life, because we are human beings after all. We don't have control over things that are happening around us. We don't have control over things that are happening in nature. We kind of have to go with the flow. We have to stay honest. We have to work hard. We have to be truthful. We have to love people in society. Be kind to them. Choose the right path. Stay away from the wrong path. Focus on the truth. Reject falsehood. We just have to be good human beings, but in life, there's no guarantee of anything. There's no guarantee of success. There's no guarantee of wealth. There's no guarantee that you're going to be prosperous. No, you think positive. You think in an optimistic fashion, and you just move forward in life. Success depends on a lot of different things. Success depends on hard work, entrepreneurship. Success depends on a person's creative potential. Success depends on the drive to excel. But my friends, financial safety net. A financial safety net is necessary for young people, for young adults to have a chance at success. And the safety net can come in the form of the new Trump accounts. The new Trump accounts, do you support the Trump accounts, my friends? Let me know in the live chat. I have more to talk about. I am not going anywhere, so you also stay here, stay connected with me. If you're participating in the live chat, please continue doing that. If you have not done so yet, I encourage you, write a statement in the live chat. Something that you believe, something that you want to share, something that, maybe it's a question that you want to ask. Go ahead, write it in the live chat. My friends, what are these Trump accounts? The Trump accounts are investment accounts. The One Big Beautiful Bill created the provision for these accounts. The One Big Beautiful Bill. Who supports the one big beautiful bill? Who loves the one big beautiful bill? Who thinks that the one big beautiful bill is going to create a better society? The one big beautiful bill has so many amazing provisions in there. The one big beautiful bill. It's going to help our country, help our economy. My friends, what are these Trump accounts? This idea of Trump accounts, this is a pro-family initiative, and that is what President Trump called it, a pro-family initiative. And it's going to help lift up the next generation. My friends, children born between January 1st of 2025 and December 31st of 2028, as I wrote in the blog post, can qualify for the initial contribution of $1,000 from the United States Treasury. That's according to the information that's out there. Okay, and this idea, this initiative has the support of some very wealthy Americans, philanthropists, very wealthy people. They're supporting this initiative. There are a lot of details that I'm not going to go into, a lot of financial details, so on and so forth. You can find all that information on your own. But you have to understand that this is something that is going to truly have an impact on the next generation and their future. With the initial contribution per person, the fund in the Trump account, the fund can grow to thousands of dollars as the years go by. With the initial contribution per person, and then once a child turns 18 years old, that person, that beneficiary, can use the money for meaningful expenses. So it could be used for education, could be used to invest in a new business, could be something else, something productive. And according to the White House, children, parents, legal guardians, grandparents, family members, friends, employers, and qualifying charitable organizations and government entities can make contributions to the Trump accounts. And so, according to the White House, it is important for people to sign up. It really is. It's common sense. There's this new opportunity. It's important for parents and legal guardians to sign up to take advantage of this opportunity for their children. It's also important to educate the children about the Trump accounts and to teach them the importance of good financial management. And that way the children can grow up and be smart, and they can make wise financial decisions once they turn 18 years old. And so, my friends, the more people are learning about the Trump accounts, the more optimism there is about the economy, about the future, and that is what I want to focus on. This is a leader, Donald Trump. This is a leader with a vision. My friends, this week, President Trump held an event to celebrate the launch of Trump accounts, and there were celebrities at this event. Kevin O'Leary was there. Everyone knows Kevin O'Leary. Nicki Minaj was there, which was such an amazing highlight. Nicki Minaj supporting Donald Trump and everything that he's doing to make America great again. And there were other business leaders at the event. And of course, the presence of business leaders and American celebrities helped draw a lot of attention to this extremely important initiative. There are celebrities who truly care about this country, the United States of America, celebrities who are freedom loving people, celebrities who believe in the MAGA agenda, make America great again, celebrities who believe in America first. No, we are not talking about the left wing celebrities. We're not talking about the Hollywood celebrities who are on the far left. We're not talking about the Hollywood celebrities who embrace socialist ideas. We're talking about celebrities with common sense, celebrities who love this country, celebrities who believe in making America great again, greater than ever before. So, we're not gonna talk about the left-wing celebrities. We should focus on the positive. We should look at the great things happening in our country rather than talking about the left-wing celebrities. My friends, President Trump officially called on employers across the United States to make matching Trump account contributions to benefit the American worker. And there are some major companies who have already agreed to make matching contributions, companies that want to invest in America's future, companies that want to make a positive impact on society. So there are companies who are on board with this idea because they know that the Trump accounts will benefit the United States of America. United States of America, that's our country. That's the country we call home. My friends, thanks all for being here. It's a great topic to discuss today, right? Hundreds of people watching this live stream at this very moment. My friends, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. My friends, thank you all for being here. You are all so wonderful people. There are so many young people, young adults these days, people who start their adult lives with debt. They're burdened by debt at the very start of their adult life. As they turn 18, they become adults, and now they are starting to experience life, the opportunities in life, as well as the harsh realities of life. They're making mistakes, they're learning, they're building their future, they're building their career, they're working on education, they're working on obtaining skills, they're trying to navigate life. Many young people, young adults, what happens to them at the very beginning is that they get this huge loan burden. They graduate high school, they go to college, and they start taking out student loans. It's so unfair that the young adults have to face financial constraints, financial difficulties, financial challenges as they start their adult lives. By the time they graduate from college, they end up with massive burden of student loans. And now, what we must do is to make sure that by the time the kids become adults, they have some kind of fund built for them. They have some kind of financial support so that they can have some financial strength as they venture out to experience life. And so President Donald J. Trump has taken a great step. This is true leadership. The Trump accounts, the launching of the Trump account, this is what the American people hope to see from our leaders. And so the question that I'm going to ask you is, how happy are you with the way President Trump is handling economic issues? How happy are you? Are you very happy? I know most people are going to say, I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy. My friends, thank you all for being here. Half an hour into the live stream. This is going to be a shorter live stream than usual. I'm not going to continue this particular live stream for another half hour. I'm probably going to wrap it up here in a few minutes. But I wanted to talk about this very important issue, and I hope that you're going to be able to do some research on your own also to learn more about the Trump accounts, to learn more about the details of this initiative. And then I think you'll agree with me that this is a great idea. So my friends, that's all I have for now. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm going to be back again with more videos and more live stream. But if you have questions, you can ask me. I don't have to go right now. If you have questions, I'll stay here. Do you have questions you want to ask? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Ask me questions that you have. Ask me questions. If you don't ask me questions, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. All right, I don't see any questions, so I guess that's it for now then. Thank you all, my friends. You are all wonderful people. Thanks for continuing to support the channel. Thanks for your words of encouragement always. And I'm going to be back again very soon with more videos and more live streams. So thank you so very much. May God bless you all. May God bless President Donald J. Trump. May God bless the Trump administration. May God bless the Republicans in Washington. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless our U.S. allies. And may God bless freedom-loving people all over the world. Thank you, my friends. I'm going to see you again very soon. Thank you. Have a good night. And I'll be back again with a new live stream. Thanks.